Hey guys, so I'm here in a taxi with Mr. Jose from Venezuela.
Hey, hello.
Hello. It's the best. So I've been thinking about visiting Venezuela because I've got different stories about it either being dangerous or not dangerous. So I was asking Jose about this, and we started talking about different things. And one thing that's very interesting if you come to Colombia is that there are very many Venezuelans. See?
Yes.
And that's because of the economic problems that the country is facing in Venezuela, and political problems.
Political problems.
See? And the very interesting thing we happen to discuss is that it's strange that the people of Colombia are very welcoming and friendly to the Venezuelans. There's no friction. It's like a family. Everyone gets on very well, which is very different to the way it's in Europe. So if there's a sort of a refugee issue in a neighboring country in Europe, there's usually some tension. You know, countries have issues with immigration law, or if you look at it in African countries, the same thing happens. You know, when you have a lot of migrants move, say, to South Africa, there's a lot of tensions between the locals and the migrants. However, Latin America seems to be very different. You know, Asia has similar problems. When you have migrants, they're not very welcome, whereas in this country they are very welcome. So I was trying to understand why is this the case, and I think we sort of agree that it's probably Latin American culture. Latin American culture feels unified in acceptance of their neighbors. So when I walked around Comuna 13, you may have watched my video. If you haven't, you can check it out. I met the two brothers, the rappers, and as we walked around the streets of El Poblado, which is the night life area in Medellin, Colombia, you notice that there are many Venezuelans rapping, and you know, around the streets. Some of the girls are sex workers. Most of them, well, I can't say most, but many of them are from Venezuela, and there's no friction. Everyone accepts each other. It's a family. So it's very interesting to understand this family relationship that Latin America has, which is very different compared to anywhere else in the world. I also noticed this in Brazil. You know, in Brazil, when people need money and they're begging hijos, small kids, people are very friendly. People play with them. I may have a video that I share or link to, or maybe post it within this video, showing this example of friendliness people have. Famoso, 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 Japan queen, famoso, come on, photograph, come on, let's say something for Instagram. Everybody, Bitcoin to the moon. Bitcoin to the moon. Cool. But it's not the same in other countries. Usually those in need ignored. But yeah, so that's something very interesting. And you know, another thing I was always thinking, Jose, how is life doing a taxi driver business? Is this your only job?
Yes, it's my only job.
Yeah. Does it pay enough money to have a good life?
Sí.
Yeah?
Sí.
How many hours do you work every week? Para semana, ¿cuántas horas tu trabajo?
Yo trabajo diariamente de 12 a 15 horas.
12, 15 horas. 12, 15. Oh, per day. 12, 15. 12, 15. Oh, 12 hours per day.
Per day.
Es muchas horas.
Muchas.
Oh, la, la. Is this your car?
Yes, it's my car.
How did you buy this car? With your money, or you saved? How did you get the money?
I get money in working.
Working. Okay. So work. But how did you work? What job? How long? Well, okay, let's start from the past. When did you come to Colombia?
Hace 5 años.
5 years ago.
5
okay.
years ago, yeah.
And when you came, you had money, or you started from the bottom?
Nothing money.
Oh wow. So how did you start? Where did you came alone or with family?
No, alone.
Alone. Okay. Yeah. So that makes it a little bit simpler, because when you have kids and family, it's muy complicado.
See, I have a child. She lives in Venezuela with her mother.
Okay.
Pero I'm alone here in Colombia.
Okay. So you send money to familia?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that makes sense, because if you bring the family here the first time, it's very complicated.
Sí.
Okay. So you came here 5 years ago.
Yes.
What did you do? What happened? How did you come here?
Bueno, por los problemas políticos en Venezuela yo tuve que salir,
¿Sí?
¿verdad? A trabajar, porque en realidad fue a eso, y para poder enviar dinero a Venezuela,
Ok.
¿verdad? Primero yo salí hace 8 años de Venezuela, viví 3 años en Aruba, y de Aruba me mudé acá a Colombia.
Ok. So,
Bueno,
why Colombia?
En realidad aquí estaba un amigo
Ajá.
y me dijo que aquí se podía, que estaba,
Ok.
se conseguía trabajo,
Ajá.
y por eso me vine para acá.
Ok.
Y
¿Qué trabajo? What work did you do?
empecé alquilando el vehículo.
I started renting the vehicle. Oh, amazing. Yes, okay. Okay.
Y la persona que me alquiló el vehículo después me lo vendió
Okay.
por parte, pero
Slowly. Pass.
slowly, yes.
¿Es tu carro o are you renting? ¿Es tu carro?
No, ahora ya es mi carro.
Perfecto.
Duré 2 años pagando
¿Cuántos dinero para semana? Total.
como 1 millón semanal.
¿Cuánto cuesta para carro, fuela, petro? ¿Cuánto cuesta? Pay tu casa. ¿Cuánto cuesta?
I rent in my apartment,
Sí.
1 millón mensual.
So then you have 3 million remaining. 1 millón para ¿qué? Otra aquí, carro.
Para el mantenimiento del carro.
Okay, wow. So every month money is finished and you start again.
Sí. Es correcto. If I can to fix my car,
Yeah.
I have some money.
Yeah.
Sí, por eso te comentaba que tengo que trabajar más horas.
I've understood this actually because I always think, what is life like? So now I understand. Muchos hours porque muy importante para tu familia.
Correcto.
What work were you doing in Venezuela? Similar? Driving?
No. En Venezuela yo vendía seguros, de salud y de vehículos, seguros de vehículos y de salud.
Okay. Why don't you do that here? ¿Por qué no in Medellin?
Porque hay que tener cédula colombiana para poder trabajar eso.
Ajá.
Y yo tengo acá son los permisos, como decir